Everyone in Black Hollow knows the story, but no one dares say it out loud. At the edge of town, hidden beneath shadow and silence, stands a crumbling house, old, rotted, with windows forever boarded shut and a porch that creaks like it's alive. It's a place everyone avoids because they say something dwells inside, not a ghost, not a person, something far worse. The house at the end of Maple Street had stood empty for decades, but its dark reputation never faded. Locals whispered about the boy who once lived there, Caleb Rusk, quiet, pale, always watching, but never quite belonging. In 1982, tragedy struck that home. Caleb's parents were found dead in their beds, under circumstances too strange to explain. Investigators reported odd details that defied easy answers, and Caleb himself vanished without a trace soon after. Yet, through the years, people claim to have seen him, or what he became. The story of Caleb Rusk is a warning: some evils don't stay buried. They linger, waiting. And now, decades later, the question remains, does the presence inside that house still watch Black Hollow? Caleb Rusk was a quiet child. Neighbors rarely saw him outside, and when they did, he seemed to drift between shadows, his pale face framed by messy black hair. Unlike other kids, Caleb never smiled, never played. He was always alone. His parents, Martha and Gerald Rusk, were considered odd themselves, reclusive and private. Their house was a fortress, windows sealed tight, curtains always drawn. Then came the night in October 1982 that changed everything. Police responded to a welfare check after concerned neighbors reported eerie sounds and silence from the house. What officers found inside was chilling, though they kept most details confidential. Martha and Gerald were found peacefully in their beds, but their expressions were twisted with fear, as if they had seen something unbearable. Caleb was nowhere to be found. When questioned, the few neighbors who claimed to have heard voices described a strange chanting and unsettling noises from the house over weeks prior. The investigation hit a dead end, and with no sign of Caleb, the house was condemned and sealed off. But the town never forgot. From that day, stories of Caleb, or the entity said to inhabit him, started to surface. The boy in the house, some called him, though the name didn't quite capture the fear. In 1995, a delivery driver named Harold was the first to report something strange. He was dropping off a package near the boarded-up house when he swore he saw a pale figure watching him from the upstairs window. The figure's eyes were dark and empty. Harold left the package and didn't look back, his heart pounding. A year later, a local teenager dared to sneak into the house. She told friends about hearing whispering voices calling her name and feeling cold fingers brush her arm. She ran out, pale and shaking, unable to speak about what she saw inside. That was the last time anyone saw her. More sightings followed, sometimes a shadow at night, sometimes a figure on the street that vanished when approached. People began to wonder, was Caleb still trapped inside that house? Or had something else taken his place? The story evolved over the years, gaining new layers with time. In 2007, 2 teenagers entered the old house on a dare. One quickly ran out, visibly shaken. The other was not immediately found. Search teams explored the nearby woods and the house thoroughly, but the situation remained unresolved. Local authorities eventually marked the property as restricted and increased patrols in the area. Unusual activity was still occasionally reported, lights appearing to flicker inside the house, unexplained sounds at night, and some townspeople mentioned seeing a childlike figure near the edges of Black Hollow. Various professionals, including psychologists and investigators, visited but found no clear explanation for the stories. Over time, locals began to believe that the legend of Caleb, or whatever energy the tale represented, seemed to grow with continued curiosity and interest. In recent years, the legend spread online. A TikTok video gained attention last year, showing a figure behind a gas station near town. It was around 3 a.m. the face appeared partially lit by a flickering neon sign. Viewers found its presence mysterious. The original video was removed, but not before thousands viewed and shared it. More videos followed, unusual imagery, figures near windows, unclear movements, and faint audio that sparked intrigue. The internet turned the legend into a digital age mystery, though some in Black Hollow believe that attention only fuels its presence. Those who claim to have had experiences often become more reserved afterward. Some people quietly move away, others prefer not to revisit what they witnessed. A few who do share their experiences mention strong feelings or vivid dreams, often paired with a sense of being observed. Town elders advise visitors to be cautious and respectful of the area's stories. As they often say, some things are better left undisturbed. The house still stands on Maple Street, silent and decaying. The boarded windows remain firmly shut, but the stories endure. The boy, Caleb Rusk, or the dark presence he became, still walks among us, waiting, watching. Some say he doesn't just want to be remembered, he wants to be seen. And now that you've heard his story, He's already noticed you. If this story gave you chills, please like and subscribe for more real-life mysteries and legends that still haunt us today. And remember, some shadows are darker than they seem, so be careful where you look.